Well, baby, I'm on it with a bottle of wine and an old dirt road, and you're ready to go if you want to. Hey, thanks everybody for joining us today. Live Music Nation podcast, Festival Edition, Pumpkin Patch Extravaganza. Today we are with Curtis and Holly Delgman. Is that right? All right, very good. With the Peno Creek Pumpkin Patch, Curtis, thanks for joining us.
Absolutely, buddy. Thanks for having us.
Curtis, give us a little background on you and your family. Where'd you guys grow up, and talk a little bit about your careers.
All right, so I'm a Boone County, Missouri native, central Missouri, just south of Columbia. Met my wife, who grew up here in Northeast Missouri. Met her in college at the university. We moved up here about 10 years ago. Had an opportunity to come to the family farm, and the pumpkin patch is something that came secondary. It was an opportunity for us to diversify, and having a family, it was a way we can down the road incorporate our children and give them an opportunity on the farm. It's pretty lean payroll there to share with a lot of people, so we got to get pretty creative.
How old are your kids?
5, 9, and 12. And those ages are soon to change.
How long has the pumpkin patch been going on?
We opened in 2019. It took us quite a long time to get things ready. We had some virgin ground that you've got to build a lot of things, get really creative, and that took some time. So our planning, with me being a full-time farmer, Holly was working off farm. So it was like weekends and evenings and any rain days, you got a chance to work on some stuff. So 2019 was our first year of actually being open and functioning.
Okay. All right. Well, let's jump in. Let's start with your season. When does it begin?
We usually start, it kind of depends how October lays. You can pick up 4 or 5 weekends. We try to shoot for 6 weekends of business. So the 23rd of September will be our opening day this year. And that'll give us a full 6 weeks of fall venue. All
right. 3 questions that help our listeners get a real good feel of what's going on there with the Peno Creek Pumpkin Patch. Number 1, what does it look like? What are they going to see? Number 2, what does it smell like? What are they going to smell in the air, meaning food, other things going on? And what does it sound like? What kind of activities are going on? Do you offer entertainment? Do you offer vendors? Do you have items to sell? Those kind of things.
All right. So, you're going to see a lot of structure. I'm a busy guy. I put up a greenhouse. I've got a big pavilion that we do a lot of entertainment underneath that building. It's a 40 by 60 pavilion, big deck. And then you got the rolling hills of Northeast Missouri. We're really close to the Mississippi River, tucked up. We're not all the way up in the corner, but about an hour and a half north of St. Louis. So you got a lot of rolling pasture and a lot of timber hanging around, some great big, beautiful oak trees and walnuts, and just a really, it's kind of like a winery. You go to a winery, you got those big rolling hills. It's similar to that. Smells, I'm cooking smash burgers. We have a beef cattle operation, so I'm very much promoting my beef. So you're going to get a lot of smash burgers, pork burgers, barbecued pork burgers. I don't know if that's a thing where you are, but it's very commonplace here in Pike County. Cooking a lot of that. It's a lot of barbecue. And then we've got cotton candy. We got all kinds of stuff going on. And then your typical, the corn's got a nice fall smell to it, and the smells of fall nodes are coming in. You get a lot of that. Of course, we've got a petting zoo. You pick up some of that. The sheep have got their distinct smell, and the cattle bring their contribution, and that's what you're going to smell. Noises is laughter, a lot of hollering from the kids. We've got footballs everywhere, so the bigger kids are, they're out roughing each other up. You hear a lot of that. You hear a lot of laughter, a lot of young kids in the corn pit. Hay rides moving, tractors going, just a lot of commotion, and then a lot of music. We've got speakers set out, and we're cranking music, all day long. Got to have music in the background. That's really important.
How much of a role do your kids play in this year as they get older?
Big. My son, the 12-year-old, he's our tour guide, right? He's really, really good with the younger kids coming out. You get a mother with 3 kids, she can pay attention to 1, maybe 2.
Yeah.
So there's always kind of that odd kid looking for something to do, and he jumps right in. He'll get in the corn pit, take them through the corn maze. He knows that damn thing by heart. He'll run it backwards and race people and take them on tours. We do have some lost people, and we'll dispatch him into the corn maze and bring bring the families back together. So that's pretty good. The girls, the young one, she's too young. She likes being there. It's her favorite time of year. And then the middle girl's good. She'll help in the concession booth, and she's kind of, hey, check the animals, check water, check feed, that kind of thing. So they're growing into a very important role on the farm, I think.
The conception of this idea, where did it come from?
Well, so my wife and I we've been through, there's a lot of leadership programs in agriculture. We both have gone through what we call Missouri ALOT program. It's really, really involved. It's a 2-year program, and you tour, like we toured the state of Missouri. Every nook and cranny of it. We've looked at all the industry in agriculture, forestry to, follow that all the way through to barrel stave making, to orchards and corn and beans, crops, pigs, whatever, you name it. And it was, at the time we were looking to kind of diversify, have our own. We got the family farm, but we needed our own standing as well. Yeah. And our own money, our own thing for our kids. And it was the idea to diversify had been there, but the pumpkin patch seemed like it was something that was going to be a way to really expand. I do a lot of direct market beef sales. Okay. When I first came here, it was just cow calf. We'd load them up, haul them to the sale barn. So I'm trying to grow that. Now we're serving our beef at the pumpkin patch, and you can come buy a steak, or you can buy a pound of hamburger. You can buy brisket, whatever you want, right? We have that available. So that pumpkin patch setting, that agritourism setting, was a way for us to really, we could kind of load into that. And then it's spider webs. I've got a sawmill on the farm now, and that's, charcuterie boards and cutting boards with my beef, and it's all coming off the farm. So everything that we're moving is farm raised and off the sweat of my brow.
Perfect. Okay. What's your most fun thing about the
shoot. Personally, it's the family's working really hard. It's all day, a lot of preparation and even cleaning up in the evening. But while you're there, it's busy. You're either hammering a hayride out, whatever. You're constantly busy cooking burgers. But I love that one moment where you have a quick break and you look up and you see mom and dad and their kids. Like, just that core family is really involved with one another. Just having a good time. They're not distracted by a gadget or device. They're interacting. They're laughing. They're tossing a football. They're being a family, and that's probably my favorite moment of the day. Letting the kids sing on the hayride. We sing Christmas carols. We get school groups out. That's a hard second. Listen to them having a good time singing Christmas carols. So
no, absolutely. All right, couple of fun questions, because I am in live music and live entertainment. This is just my personal favorite question to ask, just as a survey. Curtis, what's the best concert you've ever seen?
Oh, no hesitation here, man. Motley Crue, when I was probably 13.
Oh man, what a memory that would be.
Oh my God. They were still had the drummer up on stage. He was moving around. It was, for 13, I was very impressionable at that age. Yeah. And that was bad to the bone, man. That was, wow.
That's awesome. If you could bring one musical act to the farm for the pumpkin patch, who would you bring?
Oh God. You sent out a question, right? I reviewed that, and I've had a hell of a time getting this thing pinned down. There's some really, really quality entertainment out there. Right now, I'm kind of falling in love with Jelly Roll right now. I mean, where'd this guy come from? Right. My guy right now. So today, probably Cody Jinks. Okay. I'm enjoying the heck out of Jinks. I would love an acoustic jam session out there with Jinks and some others. Lainey Wilson, maybe. Yep. But Jinks is probably up there. Okay. I'm going to give you a dead. I'm going to bring somebody back to life, and that would be probably Tommy Dorsey. Big band era music. So yeah. I can dance with my wife to that live. I think that would just, my God, man. Yeah.
There you go. I love those answers. Those are completely unique from what we normally hear in the cliche Prince and Beatles and Elvis. Yeah, absolutely. All right, Curtis, how do people find out more about your pumpkin patch? You've done a phenomenal job describing it. Where do they get info on it?
Oh, I call my wife. No.
I appreciate that.
Right. Man, I'm not on Facebook. She manages a Facebook page for us. Okay. Google search. Missouri Department of Agriculture has got a Missouri Grown program. That's a great resource to tap into. Missouri Farm Bureau. They do a good job of listing all the specifically pumpkin patches, but other farm related items, orchards and stuff. So those would be my recommendations.
Okay, very good, very good, guys. Check them out. Make the trip to Northeast Missouri and enjoy this family pumpkin farm. I appreciate it, Curtis. Thanks for your time.
Hey, you got a shameless plug. I've got a buddy that's following me in this. We're starting a pumpkin trail, different pumpkin patches throughout Missouri. We both serve on an agritourism board. Yep. And Matt with Red Barn Ranch, I think, is slated to visit with you at some point, and he'll tell you more.
Yeah.
Yep, I know. I've been talking with him. So hit him up on the pumpkin trail, and he'll tell you a lot more about it. So it'll be very fantastic.
Good. Thanks, Curtis. I appreciate it.
Yeah, that'll be good, man.
Well, baby, I'm on it with a bottle of wine and an old dirt road.